Buenos dias to this Wednesday Cryptocito episode. We have a lot to talk about, a packed agenda, and it's only Wednesday, my friends. But we're going to be talking today about my first reaction on AtomOne. Is the Cosmos Hub going to have its Bitcoin Cash moment? What does this imply for Atom? What does this imply for the Cosmos Hub moving forward? Also, updates on the Bera chain testnet, a walkthrough of the Layer Airdrop. You have to take immediate action right after watching this video. And we have a special announcement around Passage that we've been coordinating here with them over the past couple of weeks. So buckle up and let's get started right away by first of all looking into the markets today. We're seeing a little bit of red, a little bit of a consolidation today, and Atom has dropped below $10. Akash lost 2% today, $3.82. Archway is up 2%, almost at 20 cents now. The rest is pretty much red. So we're not really seeing a lot. Humans AI up 30% today, but they have been down the day before. Quicksilver, Litecoin, and Fetch also up today. But like I said, the vast majority is today in the red. And before we get into the AtomOne news, I also want to remind you of Babylon Chain. They also just dropped a milestone alert here, announcing 60 validators, of which we with StakeC2 are also part of. And Babylon is one of the most highly anticipated launches this year. They are enabling Bitcoin staking, or basically for BTC to be used to secure POS chains, proof of stake chains, starting with Cosmos and starting with none other than the Cosmos Hub and Atom. There was a huge partnership announcement recently. And follow Babylon here also on Twitter, Babylon_chain. That's the account to follow. Also make sure this golden check mark here, which verifies the organization is correct. Now, let's get into AtomOne, because there has been some announcements. I actually have not listened to the spaces from yesterday where the news was dropped that the genesis for AtomOne, which seems to be now rebranding to GovGen, is happening on Tuesday, February 27th. And Jaquan, the founder and inventor of Tendermint, is also calling for validators to submit their GenTX, the Genesis transaction, for the chain to then go live. So if none of this makes any sense to you, I think I need to provide you a little bit of a context here and the backstory, and also kind of my views what this means, right? AtomOne is a fork of Atom, a fork of the Cosmos Hub, which is the mother chain in Cosmos, also referred to as Gaia, G-A-I-A, which is also quoted here a lot in this text here in the Declaration of Genesis. Now, the main reason why AtomOne even exists in the first place is because there is a division in the Atom Core community, which is basically OG Cosmos people that just have different visions of what the role of the Cosmos Hub is, right? If you listen to my content over the past years and all the interviews I did with, even people like Jaquan himself, with Zaki, with Jack Zampolin, with Sunny, early contributors, also with Ignite or AIB back in the days, you kind of understand that the Cosmos Hub has an identity crisis, and I think that will never get resolved, right? And I'm saying that, but I'm still bullish on Atom because I think this is actually a feature of the Cosmos Hub. It's very decentralized, as in there is no leadership. There's not one vision by one person or one organization that basically dictates the direction and the roadmap for the Cosmos Hub and Atom. Where this obviously led to, and in connection with true open governance in which everybody can propose ideas, including parameter changes, to change or upgrade the parameters around the monetary policy of that chain's token, which every chain in Cosmos that has the governance module integrated can actually do, so anybody can propose anything, led to a situation where a couple of proposals that were either just proposed or actually approved led to a further division of those two visions, right? There is one vision, which is also now the AtomOne vision, that basically states minimalistic IBC and ICS hub, right? A minimal IBC, inter-blockchain communication hub, and shared security hub, in which Atom is purely there to stake the chain and to secure the chain with it, right? Which basically means Atom is not supposed to be money. Atom is just a unit that ensures economic security of that chain. Also, one thing that the AtomOne camp has always been concerned about is liquid staking, right? And if you see the Cosmos Hub today, we just had a change for the inflation rate, cutting the max inflation in half, which the AtomOne camp considers a threat to the underlying economic security incentive model for the Cosmos Hub chain. This, plus also the rise of Stride, liquid staking, being Atom secured, having 100 million plus in TVL in the meantime, is something where the AtomOne community, led by Jaquan and AIB, All in Bits, the original company that also received a larger amount of the Atom supply at Genesis, alongside the Interchain Foundation, the ICF. I think each of them received 5 or 10% of the supply. Yeah, but AIB, Jaquan, and the AtomOne camp, they basically think that this is a threat, both liquid staking and kind of Atom as money thesis, which is why they're saying we are getting rid of that new tokenomics model. We go back to the old model with the 20% inflation roof. And we also introduce, besides Atone, which is basically the Atom fork, the Atom equivalent, but Atone basically gets strengthened and fostered as a pure staking token. And in addition, we're also rolling out Photon, which is basically the liquid staking equivalent, but it is another token that is natively baked into the protocol, right? So here they're saying AtomOne will offer an Atom bonding zone in a core shard to compete with collective liquid staking service providers. These atoms will automatically delegated via ICA interchain accounts to aligned validators as determined by the system determined by the Atone stakers. The bonders of Atom towards this service will receive liquid PH Atom tokens. So there also seems to be some sort of connection between the Cosmos Hub and Atom also in this whole explainer. They also kind of want to state that they want to be synergetic to the Cosmos Hub and not directly compete with the Cosmos Hub. So this Photon token should eventually become deflationary and liquid and is fully backed by Atones. So this is this dual token model that they're introducing. And if we look into the Genesis distribution, which is probably something that you're mostly excited about, right? Are we getting an airdrop for this, right? It's airdrop season. Everybody loves airdrops. The question is now, how does Atone get distributed? And what we know so far about the Genesis distribution and the airdrop is that Atone will be distributed to those who voted against or, I guess, abstained, which also includes no with veto votes, on certain proposals that the AtomOne community or Jaquan doesn't align with, right? This includes, for example, Atom proposal 848, which I personally helped co-author to write that proposal. 848 to cut the Atom max inflation rate in half from 20% to 10%. Jay considers this as a threat to the underlying security of the Cosmos Hub. So he basically wants to reward people that voted no or no with veto, or I guess abstained, which includes unique wallets and validators, I guess. So if you delegate it to a validator that voted no or no with veto on this, I guess there might be an airdrop for that. And they also want to exclude the Interchain Foundation, so they will be removed, and a 10% pre-mine for various purposes. And they're breaking down here for whom. So early adopters, IBC contributors, ICS 1.5 contributors, and 7% for sub-DAOs to for remainder and plan of constitution. I guess there might also be an airdrop as part of that. I don't know. There's also a breakdown of the inflation rewards and more. But yeah, and there's also stuff here around the tokenomics, maximum bound 20%, like I said. So basically reverting all of the advancements that have been made on the Cosmos Hub and basically going back to kind of the original state, right? This is just what it is. And you can read the entire thing here. You can read the entire thing and make up your own mind what you think of this. One thing I also want to share with you is the validator onboarding, because unfortunately we with Stexito, for example, we voted yes on that proposal 848, so we're not welcome to join the set, because only validators who voted no or no with veto on the proposal are invited to submit their requests, and there's also more requirements here. So it's very clear that this is kind of aiming to only consist of people that are fully aligned with that vision, which obviously makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I really want you to read through all these documents in depth and make up your own mind, right? But maybe the hottest take I have about this is that I believe this is actually a net positive for Atom. This whole debate and drama between Jaquan's vision and kind of what, you know, newer people have been doing or proposing or changes to Atom governance, this has been ongoing now for a long time, right? Cosm Wasm on the hub, yes or no? Adjusting the tokenomics. How about going with liquid staking? All these topics seem to have divided the community enough for this fork to happen, right? But I think it's been more of a burden in the past for these discussions and this drama to constantly go back and forth, which is why I think that a fork is the best outcome, because that means that AtomOne can fully do its own thing, right? And basically exit the Cosmos hub, similar to how, you know, the big block proponents on the Bitcoin camp back in the day, when they just forked away with Bitcoin Cash. Then there was another fork out of that called Bitcoin SV, or even back in the day on Ethereum, when the DAO hack happened, that were also a fork of Ethereum, which actually became the larger asset, and Ethereum Classic is the smaller asset. But I think forking is part of the crypto culture, right? This is all open source. This is just different visions from core contributors and founders, right? So this is not a bad thing. I don't think it will separate the community. I think, though, in the short term, it might get shaky, right? It might get shaky. I also don't know when, where, how this is going to land. I'm actually surprised that, yeah, this is happening in the first place, but it's cool, right? Why not? I mean, this is all crypto. So Jay is calling for GovGen validators to apply. And apparently mainnet launch is as soon as Tuesday, 27th of February. So that's just a few days away. And so far, Atom has reacted negatively, 5% down. I don't know if that's kind of related to the news. I don't really think so, because also so far the engagement around that has been quite low. But yeah, there might be some larger PR or marketing campaign around that. But yeah, Atom price slightly down, but so is everything else today. And if we look at the bonded ratio, has been going slightly down as well. So there are maybe some validators that are exiting Atom now and that will align with AtomOne or AtomOne. And there might also be validators that will join, right? Once they say, okay, Jay is out, ARB is doing their own chain, their own thing, along with their own community, then this means Atom has basically the pathway cleared to do its own thing, to become interchain money, interchain collateral, to revamp tokenomics, adjust more revenue and value accrual mechanisms, and to really double down on that pathway, right? So this is a big thing, and I want to hear your opinion on that. Now, moving on to Bera chain, the testnet. If you need testnet tokens, right, there's a lot of things you can do. I kept you posted here with Liam's tutorials on how to navigate through the testnet. You have now access to our Stexito Faucet, where you can claim Bera testnet tokens. All you got to do is go here on Dform and fill that out, and then you will receive some Bera testnet tokens. So do that, and yeah, put Bera chain also in your watch list. I think similar to Babylon, Bera is going to be a huge launch this year. I didn't actually notice they have 722,000 followers on Twitter, which is nuts, right? But yeah, I think this is going to land at a multi-billion-dollar valuation from day one, same as Babylon. I would be surprised if it wasn't. We just saw the Starknet token launch at $20 billion fully diluted valuation, absolute nuts. But yeah, that's Berachain. Moving on to the next topic, we have Altlayer. So you have 3 days and 21 hours to claim your Ethereum airdrop for Altlayer, or your alt airdrop for Ethereum, that way. And you have 12 days to claim now your alt airdrop for staking TIA, for staking Celestia. I kept you posted and reminded you guys to register for that, because there was phase 1, the registration phase, where you had to register with your Ethereum address. And now that window is closed. And now is the claiming window that is open, and it's only open for 12 more days. So if you're not claiming within the next 12 days, you're just missing out on that airdrop, right? So all you have to do, come here on airdrop.altlayer.io. I'll also leave the all the links below here. So I'll leave the AtomOne GitHub here, the validator stuff. I'll leave the Bera chain faucet, and also the Altlayer airdrop here. And yeah, you just put in your Ethereum address that you registered with, you check, you claim, and then you have to have ETH in your wallet, because you need to pay gas fees to claim that airdrop. And right now, I think Ethereum gas is around $20 to claim that. So yeah, that's about it. But also Altlayer itself has had a decent pump, and I think it's around 45 to 50 cents as I'm recording this. So it should be a decent airdrop. Now we have breaking news, and actually the main news of today's video, which is that Passage and Akash network are launching the first Metaverse world on decentralized GPUs. A brilliant and amazing use case of two projects leveraging and joining forces to build Metaverse on steroids, as I like to call it, in Cosmos, in crypto. This is the first Metaverse to actually run on decentralized underlying infrastructure. We talked a lot about Akash in the past couple of weeks and months, how it is important for AI and the whole AI space with their GPU marketplace. And now we're also seeing a brilliant use case for the Metaverse and virtual worlds by Passage. So this is not only great because it actually utilizes core Cosmos technology and is a non-financial use case for Cosmos and crypto, but also because it's much cheaper, actually up to 70% cheaper than Amazon Web Services AWS. So that's a big win for Cosmos, a big win for crypto, and it's very exciting to see how this actually looks like. In addition, they're also seeding a brand new pool here on Osmosis with PASG and AKT. So Passage and Akash network are teaming up to seed that pool with $200,000. And as I'm recording this video, the pool is not up yet, but maybe when you're watching it, the pool is already there, so you can either trade or even provide liquidity. And also a cool thing here in that context is that coinbureau just published an article or review around Akash Network 2024, the ultimate super cloud. And also in that article, they are also mentioning Passage here when it comes to Metaverse, down here, or gaming Metaverse, Passage 3D, a connected virtual world, and Strange Clan, a play-to-own game where players farm, craft, and go on quests with their clans. They also have, by the way, an NFT collection for the Strange Clan. Sepmas here on Twitter actually made a fantastic breakdown of all the characters here, how rare they are, and all these kind of things, because I also think that yeah, this is going to blow up once the whole Metaverse and NFT hype is coming back. So as I'm recording this video, Passage is trading at 7.7 cents roughly, up 1.75% on the day. The staking APR is still 21.51%, and Akash Network is trading at $3.82 with a staking APR of around 14%. So that's it for today. Value-packed, loaded episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Let me know any follow-ups on that, any further questions. You can also join my Telegram group. I'll also leave the link in the description below, so you can join right away and join the discussion around all these hot topics. That said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe and be good.